You already know the fuck going on. Did Damage here, bringing you another episode of my Diamond Dynasty No Money Spent Sluggers series, and today we have somewhat of a special episode, as in this first game you guys are going to see that is not a pitcher in my regular rotation, and that being because we are showing the last game of the event, in which I earned my Wade Boggs in a well-fought battle, and I proved that by fast-forwarding all the way to the bottom of the 11th inning. Now, for those of you who did play this event, you guys will know this game was supposed to end 5 whole fucking innings ago, as Jim Edmonds hits one back up the middle, giving us some hope of ending this game right here. And then 0-2 count. We ground out with Anthony Rendon, or do we? He doesn't make the double play for some reason. He hesitates, and he only gets 1 out, bringing up the power-hitting lefty named Cody Bellinger. As we quickly go into 0-2 count, I remember getting a little bit angsty here, but we keep our cool. We see the breaking ball left high and hanging in the zone, and Cody Bellinger is going to put Anthony Rendon, as well as himself, in scoring position, bringing up none other than Mike Moustakas. If you guys don't know how I feel about this Mike Moustakas, please watch the last 2 videos. It will put this moment right here. It will not leave you in shock at all, because you guys know this is what Mike Moustakas does. He delivers. He is a deliverer. When I need him, he shows up. When I need insurance, he shows up. He didn't have a single hit that game, but when Warner's on the bags, in from position, with a chance to close it, he gets a hit. And that is how we get our 25th win of a hard-fought series of events to finish the event and get our Wade Boggs 92 overall diamond breakout. Before we put him in the lineup, we want to showcase his stats: 122, 99, and 65 power against lefties, and 62 against righties. You guys saw he also plays first base and has diamond fielding, but with that diamond fielding and his 5 gold gloves in the showcase, we decided to put him at third base and move Moustakas to first, benching Jose Abreu, which I did pick up off camera. And we head right into the second game of this video. And on the mound today, we have the dreaded Rich Hill. If you guys don't know how I feel about Rich Hill, once again, from the beginning of these series, just watch the first episode, and that's all you need to know. And ever since then, he's just been horrific. We also picked up Brian Dozier off camera, as well as JD Martinez, who have been solid for me in the games they played for me. I really enjoyed them and their company. And starting off a little iffy there, JD Martinez almost gets an error on the first out, bringing up stuttering George Springer to the plate. We have a lefty-righty matchup with Rich Hill starting off with a cut fastball. And this is what happens next.
A very fine afternoon for baseball. 67 degrees here at first pitch. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. And gone.
That is what happened next. Rich Hill, it's not a matter of if you're going to give up a homer with Rich Hill. No, it is a matter of when. Every single game, watch the videos, guys, they're all uploaded. Every single game where Rich Hill's on the mound, a home run is given up. And on an 0-2 count to Cody Bellinger, he's going to get a very demoralizing base hit. And things only get worse from here as Jaden Martinez steps up to the plate. We try to throw a quick strike and we get it on a changeup down and away. We decide to throw a 12-6 curve, but our catcher, Gary Sanchez, forgot how to handle a fucking baseball. And he allows Cody Bellinger to leave the double play position that we would have preferred him in, of course. And he puts Cody Bellinger in scoring position single-handedly. 0-2 count. We go back to the 12-6. Once again, Gary Sanchez drops the ball on the strikeout, and that will bring up none other than Reese the Beast Hoskins. But it shouldn't matter at all. Don't even focus on the base runner. Just get it out. And we're out of this inning, only giving up 1 run. 0-2 count. Easy out. Go back to the 12-6. Hits it to left field. We are down 2-0 in the first inning, giving up 2 0-2 count hits. Brian Dozier up to the plate, and thankfully, he pops that cutter up into the outfield, shallow outfield, I should say, and we get out of a nightmare first inning. Fast forward to the bottom of the second to showcase Wade Boggs in the correct light. I made sure that I edited in all of his at-bats. He's facing a righty, so he has 122 contacts. So making contact should not be a problem at all. As we go into a 1-1 count with Wade Boggs. And I have to say, post-commentary, that, I was very angsty with this card. Very angsty. You can see I'm swinging at a lot of bullshit. I'm golfing at the moment. Very angsty with this card. I wanted to, of course, get a good gameplay. Plus, we were down 2-0, which didn't help whatsoever. And he gets me looking on a two-seam fastball down and away. Had beautiful movement on it. Had nothing I can do. I can't complain about that. But fast forward to the bottom of the third. Gary Sanchez has a 1-1 count. And he pops it up into the outfield for an easy out. Nope, you would have thought it was an easy out. Except Reese Hoskins is a terrible fielder. If you're going to use Reese Hoskins, I highly suggest putting him at first base, because what should have been an easy out resulted into a stand-up triple and then a run from Gary Sanchez off the sacrifice bunt. Fast forward to the bottom of the fourth. Nothing happens on this end of the bats, but our bats are still hot as Anthony Rendon pops into the outfield for a base hit on the very first pitch of the at-bat. That brings up Brian Dozier. Runners on the base, 0-1 count. Make that an 0-2 count. This Brian Dozier, you guys don't have Brian Dozier, which everyone should have Brian Dozier by now. He is absolutely amazing offense. Defense, I can do without as we push for third base to get in scoring position and bring up, once again, the power hitting lefty, Cody Bellinger. He's been amazing since day one. And we're not going to strike out instead. We're just going to opt for the sacrifice bunt. And we get very lucky here. He switches off of the recommended first baseman to field the ball. And we score a second run. Bats are hot. 2 runners on the bases. Debut man up. And he's right back down on the first pitch, grounding out into a double play, which effectively ended the inning with just a tied ball game. Fast forwarding to the bottom of the fifth, we are keeping his bats cold. We've taken out Rich Hill at this point. We've put in Pat Neshek, who is a great reliever. If you guys don't have him, I highly recommend him. I got him after game reward for just playing the game, of course. Very lucky to have him, and I really do appreciate that. On a 1-2 count, however, Gary Sanchez is going to steer on down the first base line as he's going to haul ass to second base to get himself in scoring position. With no outs and 1 on, we have Gary Sanchez. Fast forwarding to when we actually take out our picture and put in Edwin Encarnacion on an 0-1 count. he turns one of the worst swings. That was not a contact swing, that was a normal swing. He turns what's supposed to be one of the worst swings in history into a great opportunity for us. He puts runners into the corners and scoring position, allowing us to bring in Byron Buxton, who we did get for going on a pretty good win streak in the event. We decided to keep him for that great speed, and what we're doing right now. He messes up and throws a high pitch to Jim Edmonds, which I know I can power up deep into the outfield, and we take the lead like that, guys. Up 3-2, we try to trick him and go to second base, but he wasn't going for it. We go up 3-2. Anthony Rendon up to the plate. Very, very speedy guy at first. And we have the lead. I know he's feeling like shit right now. And on the hit and run, Anthony Rendon is going to pile the shit back on him as we get Byron Buxton all the way to third base on the first pitch on the hit and run. Bringing up Brian Dozier. Brian Dozier has the 1-1 count. Make that a 1-2 count. My mistake, I got the numbers messed up. But that's a pitcher's count. Brings it back to even count. My mistake. Brings it back to a 1-2 count. Now it is back to an even count. Run is still in the corner. Still have the lead. We need an insurance run. We need an insurance run badly because the run lead is effectively nothing in MLB The Show, as we all know. And Brian Dozier is putting up a good fight. I know I need insurance run, so at this point I was contact swinging, and I decided to go back to my normal swing. And we have very weak contact. Once again, very bad contact, very bad swing. Turns out to be an absolutely amazing result. We got another run on the board, and he was safe at first base. But afterwards, nothing happened. So we double our lead. We have a 2-run lead against the guy who had 2 runs in the first inning. And it's now the bottom of the 6th with the man of the hour up to the plate named Wade Boggs. We are now being more patient with him. We settle down a bit. We have the lead. We're not really rushing anything. So we go up ahead, 3-1 in the count. We're just looking for a pitch to hit just to make sure he has a 1 hit in his debut. And with mission accomplished with the 3-1 count, Wade Boggs is able to get on base. He's now batting 1 for 3. And I was really happy about that. I really wanted to get a hit with Wade Boggs since this video is highlighting him. And we went through a lot just to acquire him. Now, with that being said, we acquired this card originally to sell him, but I wouldn't be against using him in my team. However, his power, it's decent enough. It is decent enough, but it's not where I would like it. As you go to a full count with Anthony Rendon, 2 outs, 1 on, as he thought of another hit. Anthony Rendon up to the plate. He's going to go on the base paths as he lines one into the outfield. Runners on first and second. Anthony Rendon, he struggled during the event as we just missed a ball that should have been miles out of the stadium. And that ball is miles away from the strike zone. 2-1 count. That's a hitter's count. Brian Dozier knows what to do with that hitter's count. 3-run blast in Petco Park puts us up 2-7. Bringing up Brian Dozier, bringing up Cody Bellinger. Another hitter's count, 1-0 count. What does Cody do? What else would Cody do? Cody Bellinger, in the deepest part of the park, goes back to back, giving us an 8-2 lead. 2 straight home runs. Feeling good. Wade Boggs is up to bat. And what else can he do but fly out in his debut game? Come on, man. In his defense, that was my fault, obviously. Who else can you blame about that? I was very underneath that. Bringing up the man who started the scoring fiasco, George Springer. We are able to strike him out. And the alpha becomes the omega as he shortly quits and returns to the lobby. And now I don't want to say my due justice on Wade Boggs. He's a solid card, but I will be selling him once the event is over because I think the price will come afterwards. But that's gonna be the video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you need to. I'm the Damage, and I'm out.